Now, the last part of the chapter is a very small chapter. So, the last part of the chapter is factors affecting the elasticity of demand. The first is the presence of substitutes. Like if a commodity has got large number of substitutes, like if I say tea, it has got substitute of coffee. Okay, so if a commodity has got large number of substitutes, then its demand is highly elastic in nature, because if the price of the substitute falls or rises, the demand for the commodity tea will be affected. So, depending upon the number of substitutes, the elasticity of demand can be elastic and inelastic. So, if there are large number of substitutes of a commodity, the demand will be elastic, because change in price of the substitutes will affect the demand of the product in question. Moreover, if there are very less numbers or no substitutes of the commodity, obviously the demand will be inelastic in nature, because as there are no close substitutes, we have to consume the commodity in question. So the demand will be inelastic. Now, the next is proportion of total expenditure, or the proportion of money spent in the commodity. Suppose I will take the example of television. Okay, now when we are going to buy a television, it is requiring a large amount of budget. Means we have to spend a good amount of money. Okay, so there is a huge amount of expenditure, so its demand will be elastic in nature, because it is requiring a huge amount of money. So we have to think that whether we can purchase or not, whether we have that amount of money or not. So its demand is elastic in nature, because if the price of TV rises, obviously we may not have that budget to buy that TV, because we have to pay more, we have to spend more. Okay, so its demand will fall. Similarly, if the price of TV falls, now we can afford it, it is within our budget, we will spend money, because it is consuming a small part of our expenditure as price has fallen down. So in this way, the demand is elastic in nature, because the money that we are spending behind TV is occupying a large part of our expenditure. Similarly, if the money spent behind the commodity is not occupying much part of our expenditure, same if we are buying pens, or we are buying salt, rice, dal, pulse, anything. Okay, it is not consuming a much part of our expenditure, because we are not spending much on it. It is occupying a small part of our expenditure. So its demand is inelastic in nature, because we are not spending much money after it. Okay, so its demand is inelastic. Next is habit. A person who consumes alcohol or cigarette, okay, whether the price of alcohol rises or falls, or cigarette rises or falls, he will consume it. So its demand is inelastic in nature. So depending upon similarly, a person who does not consume alcohol or cigarettes, okay, so if the price rises or falls, it will affect the customer, or it will affect the consumer, because he is not addicted to it. Okay, so person who is addicted to the alcohol and cigarette, whether the price rises or falls, he will consume it. Similarly, a person who is not addicted to it, for him the demand will be elastic. So person who is addicted to the alcohol and cigarette, for him the demand will be inelastic, and for the person who is not addicted to it, for him the demand will be elastic in nature. Next is nature of the commodity. If the commodity is a necessity good, its demand will be inelastic, because we have to consume it, we cannot stop its consumption whether its price rises or falls. So its demand will be inelastic in nature. Similarly, if it's a luxury good, obviously we can postpone the consumption. So if its price rises, we will postpone the consumption, and thus its demand will fall, and thus its demand is elastic in nature. Similarly, if the price of luxury items falls down, we will buy it. Okay, So the luxury items elasticity of demand is elastic in nature. So in necessity's case, it is inelastic. It is the demand will be not be so much responsive to the price change because we have to consume it. In case of luxury items, we can postpone the consumption. So due to change in price, the demand will be highly responsive. So it is elastic in nature. Next is comforts. In comforts, what we said, it is unitary elasticity. Means it is neither very elastic nor very inelastic. Okay, it will respond, but it is neither elastic nor inelastic. Okay, next is time period. Okay, longer the time period we get to change our decision or to review our decision, highly will be elastic. Suppose the time period is long, and we can decide that if we see that the price of the card will fall in the future, we can buy it a few days later or few months later. Okay, so we have got that time period. So you can see that depending on the price, our demand is changing. So the demand is elastic because we know that the price may fall in the future, so we can buy in the future. Okay, similarly, if the time period is short and we don't have much time to review our decision, and we see that in the near future in the near future the price may rise or fall, but we don't have much time period to decide, okay, and we have to consume it now. Okay, so our demand will be inelastic. Means whatever may be the price now or whatever may be the price change now, we have to buy the commodity. So the demand becomes inelastic. So depending upon the time period, the demand can be elastic and inelastic. Okay, next is different uses of the commodity. Suppose the commodity is suppose electricity. It can be put in the factories. It is used in the factories. Moreover, it is used in our domestic purposes also. So as electricity is used in a number of purposes, suppose the unit of electricity increases, so we will reduce its domestic consumption. Means we will switch off the lights, we will switch off the fans whenever we are not in the rooms. Okay, we will use it less. Okay, we will be conscious in using it. So the number of uses of a commodity, the more elastic in nature. Less number of uses of a commodity. Suppose book, copies, pens, these have got specific uses. Whatever may be the price, we have to buy it. Without copies, we can't write notes. Without pen, we can't write. So we need it, whatever may be the price. So its demand is inelastic because it is used for some specific purposes, like for writing, for reading, for studying, and these things. Okay. So large number of uses of a commodity, more elastic is it because we can switch off some consumptions if its price rises. Less number of uses of a commodity means more specific, it is used for some few purposes, more inelastic in nature. Next is level of prices. Obviously, demand for high priced goods like laptops, computers, then tablets, all these, demand for such goods is elastic in nature because these are highly priced goods. Okay, so the demand for such goods is elastic in nature because if its price rise, we can reduce the consumption of such goods. Similarly, low priced goods which have got low prices, its demand is inelastic in nature because we can change the consumption as we can alter it's inelastic in nature. That means we have to consume it. Okay, we have to consume it. Moreover,